This week's Raw has two number one contenders matches. A ladder match is announced for next week's Raw. And Bobby Lashley fired by WWE official Adam Pearce. All this and more on Raw Reaction. Hey guys, how you all doing? It's the chairman of the board here, and welcome to Raw Reaction, my weekly look at everything that's happened on this week's episode of Raw, along with my thoughts and feelings as to what's going on. As always, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode. You guys are awesome as always. Thank you so much. If you do go on to enjoy the video, please do like, share, subscribe. Ring that little notification bell as well, just so that we can let you know what's going on here on the channel. Right, so let's have a look and see what happened on this week's Raw. So this one started off with Damage Control making their way to the ring with Bayley. Bayley obviously getting her number one contenders match against Alexa Bliss after they both won their triple threat matches last week. As Bayley made her way to the ring, however, along with WWE Women's Champions Io Sky and Dakota Kai, Becky Lynch came out and she attacked Kai and Sky and ran them backstage with a chair. So that was a good start. That left Bayley alone in the ring. So that just evened things up. Just going to make things a little bit easier for Alexa Bliss there, we hope. So that was a good start on that. I liked all that, and hopefully that will carry on building up that Bayley and Becky rivalry going forward. Good start, like all that. This led then into the opening match of the night, which was the number one contenders match for the Raw Women's Championship, and it was Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. We also saw at the start of this match the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair come down to ringside and sit alongside the commentators. Didn't get on the mic, however, which was a little bit strange. I thought maybe she was going to get on the mic and maybe do a little bit of commentary about her possible future opponent. But yeah, a little bit unusual, but it's good, still good to see her down by the ring now. That was a good little touch. That I like that. So this match, Bayley, Alexa Bliss. These two have had a fair few matches against each other over the last few years, so they wasted no time getting straight down to this one. Their chemistry hasn't faded at all, so they were aggressive right from the start. This was a good, solid match all the way through. You knew that each of them were going to be able to take care of each other. They know each other pretty well. There was a couple of awkward little moments in this match, including a rough-looking landing by Alexa Bliss from a Hurricane Rana. But mostly, this was a good, solid match throughout from the two former champions. Solid back and forth between the two. Nice little bit of offense and defense from both of them. Really, really liked all that. I thought it really made them both stand out very equal. Which made it really exciting because you didn't know which way this was going to go. During the match, Bayley takes off one of the turnbuckle pads. Bianca Belair then grabs the pad and shows it to the referee. Now, this move by Bayley ended up costing her the match, as Bliss drop kicked her into the exposed turnbuckle and then followed it up by hitting her with a twisted Bliss for the win. So yeah, so the winner by pinfall on that one, Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss is the new number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship. I like that. I thought that was really, really good. We've seen Bayley and Bianca a few times already this year, so we didn't really need to see that again. So I think this was definitely the right choice. Really, really liked all that. Good stuff. Really good. So as I said, a really good match between the two. I think this is probably one of Bayley's stronger matches since she got back as well. So yeah, really, really liked all this. And I think this is going to be really interesting. Interesting how many losses that Bayley is picking up, though. Is she the weak link in Damage Control? That might get explored. But yeah, all in all, a good match between the two. Really, really enjoyed all this. After the match, however, was probably the most interesting point of all this. So after the match, Bianca Belair got in the ring and holds up the Raw Women's Championship. Belair then extends out her hand to shake hands with Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss sort of goes like this, goes up for the hug. And just as she's going forward, we see Bray Wyatt's logo flash up on the screen. And Bliss immediately grabs Bianca Belair and twists her around put her into the move ready for Sister Abigail. Really, really good. And then all of a sudden, she just sort of almost snaps out of it and lets her go. She looks shocked and confused. Bianca looks shocked and confused. And Alexa ends up getting out of the ring and disappears off. This was really, really good. A lovely little tease here. All these suggestions that something is happening with Alexa Bliss. Something is going to happen going forward. And I really, really like this. I thought this was done really, really well. Very subtle, but beautiful, and just really good. The quick transition into the Sister Abigail and then back out. Absolutely great. Really, really good stuff on here. And I'm really looking forward to this. I really do hope that this is the change in character that Alexa Bliss needs. Really would like to see her going back to that evil, twisted Alexa Bliss that we had before. Fantastic stuff. So yeah, really, really good start to the show. Yeah, really, really liked all this. And as I say, the women's division at the moment is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So yeah, really good stuff. This then went to them showing us replays of Kurt Angle's celebration last week with the milk bath on SmackDown, with him spraying Chad Gable and Otis in the ring. So yeah, that was good. It was a good fun part on there. I know the wrestling guys mentioned it in his breakdown, but yeah, it was all really good. Yeah, good fun on that. This then went back to an interview that had been done earlier in the day with Byron Saxton, talking to Alpha Academy about the whole situation. Chad Gable didn't appreciate that, and then the OC walked past and they're laughing at the video footage of this incident. This ends up becoming a little bit of a squabble backstage, with Gallows saying that he sent the video to Carl Anderson, who's currently absent at the moment. He's over in Japan fulfilling his obligations there. Gallows refers to Chad Gable as a nerd. Gable refers to AJ Styles as a fossil and says that he can embarrass him in the ring. This then leads on to the second match of the night, which was the phenomenal AJ Styles versus Chad Gable. Now, really, really good. Two excellent and exciting wrestlers to watch in Gable and Styles. Yeah, really, really good on there. This was a short but very entertaining match. There were various forms of suplexes combined with strong forearms. We saw some lovely mat skills as well from both superstars. There isn't really much else I can really add about the quality of the match. It was really, really good. Very short. I would have loved to have seen this one go longer. Very short, very simple. These are probably two of the most versatile performers on the roster at the moment. So you couldn't expect anything more than a great job from both of them. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Lovely bit of back and forth again in this one. Really, really good on there. This match ends with Styles trying to go for a jackknife pin. Gable powers out. Styles quickly turns it into the Stars Clash. Wham! 1, 2, 3. Winner of the match, AJ Styles. Yeah, really, really good. AJ needing to pick up some wins as well now. So, especially as we're heading into the end of the year and into the beginning of the new year, and with the Royal Rumble fast approaching as well, it'd be nice to see Styles picking up a couple of wins on his score sheet, and then by the time he gets to the Rumble, he could look like a strong contender again. But yeah, really, really liked that. Chad Gable, I've said it before and I'll say it again, great wrestler, really, really good to watch, really enjoy his work, and really nice to see Alpha Academy getting more time on TV and getting to do their stuff, because they're both really, really good. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed all that. So this then leads on to Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis backstage, talking about what they're going to do with the money that they finally got from The Miz. Yeah, this carries on throughout the night. I'll go into that a little bit more later on as it starts to pan out. But yeah, it's that story that's currently going on between Gargano, Lumis, and Miz. We'll skip on to the next match. We get to see a 6-man tag team match between the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio, going up against the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, and Akira Tozawa. Nice to see Akira Tozawa back on the screen as well. This all emanates from last week, where Dominic beat Akira Tozawa, and then the Judgment Day gave Akira Tozawa a beatdown before the Street Profits came out and saved him. So this was all running up from last week. Good, like that. Consistent storytelling, good stuff, like all that. So yeah, good match on this one again. Lovely, lovely back and forth on this one. All really good stuff on here. They're all very good performers in there as well, so very entertaining on this one as well. Highly physical as well, so a really good confrontation on this one. This one ends up with Akira Tozawa taking the pin after he gets hit with the crucifix from Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio ends up getting the pin on this one. So yeah. So I'm going to break this one down a little bit. Akira Tozawa, great. Getting him back into his original ring gear, fantastic. Like that touch. He's a really, really good performer, a really good wrestler. He doesn't need to be doing all that comedy stuff all the time. So really nice to see him actually in the ring and actually putting on a wrestling match. He does some really, really good stuff on here. He hit an awesome suicide dive at one point in this match as well. Really, really good stuff. The Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins just seems to be getting better and better in the ring at the moment. Whatever he's doing down at the PC at the moment, working on his development, working on his physique, whatever he's doing down there really seems to be working. He looks bigger, he looks meaner, and he's moving really, really well around the ring as well. Really, really good stuff. Really, really like that. I think Dawkins doesn't get enough praise at the moment because everybody focuses so much on Montez Ford. But I think Dawkins is really, really coming along nicely. Yeah, really, really good on there. Montez Ford, yeah, he is great. I mean, he makes everything look so good. He hits some amazing moves in this match. He nailed Priest at one point with a stiff backhand, and that looked. It was one of those subtly brutal kind of moments that you get in these matches. A really, really nice touch on there. Yeah. Montez Ford hit some lovely moves. If they do decide to split these two up in 2023, we talked about it in the past, but if they do look to split the two of them up, I think Angelo Dawkins looks like a good prospect to go on his own as well now. Montez Ford, yeah, definitely. He could be the next Shawn Michaels, the way that he moves, the way that he acts. Yeah, really, really good on there. But I think Angelo Dawkins would have a good chance out there on his own as well now. He has improved that much. He seems to be getting better and better. The Judgment Day, for me, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Really, really love all of them. Finn Balor fits in so nicely with that group. He really does seem to be coming across a little bit more like a leader now, which is really, really good. Just the little changes that he's made, yeah, really, really good. Damian Priest, he's the strength and the powerhouse of the team. Yeah, really, really coming together as well. I really like Damian Priest. So much potential in him for the future. Still a young talent, so yeah, still got a lot that he can do as well. Dominic Mysterio, I know people hate him, but nobody at the moment is getting heel heat like Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio is great at the moment, doing some really, really good stuff. And I like the fact that he snuck in for the pin as well. I really like that. It just gives it that little bit more heat, that little bit more aggression onto the Judgment Day. Yeah, really, really good on here. Although she wasn't in the ring, I am going to say Rhea Ripley, fantastic. Rhea Ripley adds so much to the Judgment Day. Even when she's not in the match, even when she's just stood by the ring, she adds something to the Judgment Day because you just never know what she's going to do. But she's always there. You can almost feel her presence through the TV. Without her actually having to be on the camera or in the ring. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So yeah, really, really like them. The four of them at the moment, the Judgment Day for me, yeah, I love the Judgment Day. I think they're the best thing on Raw at the moment. I really, really do. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen for them in 2023. I really hope that Triple H is going to push them to the moon because there's so much that they could do, so much talent in there. So really, really good on there. So yeah, a really good match on there. I like a little six-man tag every now and again. So yeah, really, really good on this one. Yeah, happy with this. And like I said, it built up all that storytelling from the previous week. So yeah, good stuff on that. Really like that. We're now going to go back to the Gargano and Loomis stuff with Johnny Gargano and Dexter Loomis buying stuff from the merchandise stand with the money that they got, and then they come out to the ringside and start handing it all out to the crowd, throwing stuff out. At one point, Johnny Gargano gets up on the announce table with a t-shirt gun and fires that one off. So all good on there. So yeah, all really good on there. And then Dexter Loomis is pushed into Johnny Gargano by a mysterious figure in black. No surprises for guessing who it is. It's, of course, The Miz. You can't expect it to be anybody else. He grabs the bag of money and tries to make it out, and he gets stopped by Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce tells him that he needs to give the money back. There's a bit of back and forth in all this. This isn't some of the best storytelling that WWE are doing at the moment. There's a bit of back and forth in this, and we're finally all culminates in us getting a ladder match next week on Raw for the money in the bag. So yeah, not the best storytelling, but it's going somewhere, and I'm hoping that this is going to be the end of it. Whatever happens, let this be the end of this story, and they can get onto something else. This one has run its course and then some. I really like all three guys that are in it, but I just think this isn't the best story that any of the three of them could be doing. I think they could be doing so much more. And it's kind of a shame that we had this big thing about Johnny Gargano coming back, and he seems to be stuck in this rather than actually having matches and going for titles, and like he would be a great contender for the US title, especially against the current champion Austin Theory. That would be great. I'd love to see that. Theory and Gargano bringing back their old connections from the way. Yeah, love to see that. So we'll see what happens. So following up after that, then we have Io Sky, one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, going up against Candace Larae. So yes, Candace Larae back in the ring. Nice to see her back in as well. Now, Io Sky and Candice LeRae, they know each other from their time in NXT, so you can expect them to be putting on a good match against each other, and they didn't disappoint. This was a nice match on here for the women. One thing I am glad with this match is that the shenanigans between the rest of Damage Control being outside the ring, that was kept to a minimum. So it did give the two women in the ring the chance to have a match and do some proper wrestling and tell a bit of a story. That was all really good on there. And I really, really liked all that. This was a solid, decent performance from both of the ladies coming through on this one. Some close calls throughout the match, all really good on there. Again, nice bit of back and forth. Before Io Sky connects with her over the moonsault for the victory. So Io Sky picking up the win on that one. Yeah, really, really liked that. Good, solid performance. And like I said at the start, the women's division at the moment is just getting better and better and better. And when you're bringing up these ladies from NXT and they can show what they can do in a Raw ring or even in the SmackDown ring, yeah, all really good. Loving all that. So. We then get a little backstage segment with Kathy Kelly talking to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens talking about Solo Sikoa being a dangerous man when Elias comes out and asks Owens if he can be in his corner for his match tonight against Solo Sikoa. Owens says he still holds a bit of a grudge over the whole Ezekiel situation. Owens also reminds him that the last time that he was in the ring with Elias, he hit him in the head with a guitar. Elias says that the past is the past and he wants to move forward, and he hopes that Owens will be in his corner. Owens walks away. Yeah, that ain't going to happen. So this then leads to Elias coming into the ring and performing a Matt Riddle tribute concert. This obviously feeding on the whole story of Matt Riddle being attacked by Solo Sikoa and is currently on the injured list. Although current news and speculation that has come out earlier today suggests that Matt Riddle is actually being suspended at the moment from WWE for failing a second drugs test. So this one was this kind of Now going back and watching this one feels a little bit awkward. There's the bongos are in the ring. There's a bit where Elias pulls out a rolled up piece of paper which could look like something a little wacky, and it turns out to be lyrics to the song. There's a couple of like little drug references into this. It feels a little bit awkward now that we're talking about Riddle possibly being suspended for drugs. So, but I mean, that's all the speculation at the moment. If that is the case, I hope that Riddle can get things sorted out, get into rehab, get whatever treatment he needs to help him, and that I hope we do see him back in the ring when he's ready. Certainly don't rush it back. If that isn't the case and he is injured, then obviously we hope that he makes a recovery on that and we get back. But we will see what happens on there. But yeah, this one felt a little odd. This all then finally got interrupted by Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn coming down for the ring, and we get the next match, which was Elias versus Solo Sikoa. Elias tries to get the early advantage on here by blindsiding Sakoa right from the start, but Sakoa quickly gains the advantage on this one. And then this one ends up being pretty much a formality for Solo Sikoa. He's dominant in this match. You get nice aggression out of Solo Sikoa as well. He looks angry, he looks mean. So much like Umaga. It's fantastic because I was a huge Umaga fan. Good match on this one. Two big strong dudes going at it. The enforcer of the bloodline picks up the win for just a very basic but competitive and solid contest. Yeah, can't really complain about that. Good stuff on this one. And again, it's that build-up of story as well, just carrying things on from the previous week. I like it when they do that. I like it that they keep that string going through. Really, really solid on there. Solo Sikoa, wow. I mean, he's so explosive. He's so powerful. The way that he does his moves, he just seems like it's no effort. He just hits everything so well. Solo Sikoa has got future champion written all over him. I would not be surprised if Solo Sikoa picks up a singles title at some point in 2023. I'm saying that now. He's fantastic, and I think they could do so much with him going forward. So really looking forward to see what 2023 brings for him. Elias. I like the Elias character. He does some good stuff on there. We'll see what happens with him in 2023. This is going to be an interesting year. Coming up next on that one, then we have a match that I was really looking forward to. Really like both of the women in this one. We have Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. So the two women that fought for the War Games advantage a few weeks ago, back together to bash heads. In a rematch, and good stuff on here. Really like these two going against each other. They both work a very physical style, so you know that this match is going to be hard hitting. You know it's going to be competitive from the moment that the bell rings. Really, really good stuff. Nice little mix of back and forth on this as well. Rhea Ripley dominates the first few minutes before Asuka begins to make the comeback on there. Good solid stuff going all the way through. Dominic Mysterio has come down with Rhea Ripley as well. These two as a combination at the moment, fantastic. Love all of that. He manages to cause distractions. Rhea Ripley manages to hit the Riptide at one point, but the Empress manages to counter it into an Asuka lock. All really, really good on here. Dominic gets himself involved again. Asuka spits mist into his face. Love it. All really good on there. Ripley ends up pushing her into Dom. She then comes back and she's able to hit Riptide and picks up the 1-2-3. And Rhea Ripley ends up with the win on that one. So good night for Judgment Day on this one. So all of them picking up a win on here. The ending on this one was a little bit messy, but this was a good, solid match from two gifted performers on here. I really like these two. I'm so looking forward to seeing what 2023 has for these two. Asuka didn't have her face paint on with through the eyes and around the mouth, and her mask was very plain and basic as well. There's a lot of indications on social media that Asuka is preparing for a character shift. Maybe we're going to see her bringing in something from her Japanese days. We will wait and see what happens on there. But I really like that. I think it would be nice to see Asuka get a repaint and maybe just change her up a little bit. I'd love to see some of that dominant stuff that she was doing back in the NXT days. Would really like to see all that. But yeah, really interested to see what 2023 brings for Asuka as a character. Rhea Ripley, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Just her strength, her power, everything that she's got on there. She's so good, and putting her with Dominic Mysterio at the moment is a fantastic combination. They complement each other so well, and they are the main generators of heel heat at the moment on Raw. And they were the ones that really sort of get the fans against the Judgment Day at the moment. I really like all that. It's really good stuff. I really want to see Rhea Ripley get a really good year in 2023. I would love to see Rhea Ripley win the Royal Rumble. I would love to see Rhea Ripley main eventing WrestleMania against a champion, because I think she's had a fantastic year this year, and I would love to see her get rewarded for that in 2023. Please, Triple H, please make that happen for the chairman. Be very grateful to you. So, but yeah, really good stuff on here. Yeah, liked all of this. So all good stuff. So good. Moving on then, we have, oops, sorry about this. My phone has just turned itself off. I'm getting me notes, that's it. So moving on from that one then, we come up to the main event of the evening, which is the second number one contenders match. This one for the United States title. We have Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins. The winner of the match will get a title match against current United States champion Austin Theory. So we've seen these two have a few matches over the past few months as well. There's been a lot of that on this episode of Raw. So we know that these two are going to be able to put a good match together. We know that they've worked with each other a number of times. This was really good. This is another good solid main event for Raw. This match gave them the opportunity for both of them to show their potential and show their strengths. Bobby Lashley has his power and his dominance. Seth Rollins with all his technical skills and his cunning as well. They're both what we would class as ring veterans now. So their experience and their chemistry together has allowed them to put on a really solid match for Raw. Seth Rollins, yeah, I think that I keep going back on this as well with these reviews, but Seth Rollins is fantastic at the moment. Hit a great jumping enziguri, a beautiful frog splash as well. Beautiful stuff. Bobby Lashley blocked a curb stomp with his strength, and he hit a lovely slam during the match as well. Some lovely back and forth on this one. This match genuinely felt like it could go either way, and I think the fans were just enjoying it for what it was, a good solid match. So. Bobby Lashley gets the hurt lock on. Seth Rollins tries to push Lashley into the corner, where referee Chad Patton has to jump out of the ring in order to avoid getting squashed. Lashley then manages to hit the spear, but because Chad is out of position, by the time he gets back into the ring and gets himself down, he only manages to get the 2 count. This then upsets Lashley, and as he prepares to hit another spear, Rollins somehow manages to turn it into a pedigree. Really good. And he actually manages to get the pin on this one. So yeah, so really good on that. So the winner of the match and your number one contender for the US title is Seth freaking Rollins. Yep, can't complain about that. All really good. Like I said, a really good match. Some good solid stuff on there. Both guys looked really good in this one as well. This could have gone either way. Rollins picking up the victory on this one. All really good. However, it's what happened after the match that is getting everybody talking at the moment. So after the match, Bobby Lashley clearly is completely furious with what's going on. He confronts the referee, puts his hands on him. Before long, this all breaks down into bedlam as a second referee comes in, and Bobby Lashley elbows him in the head, while he's back shouting at the other referee. This all goes completely out of hand. As he goes to get out of the ring, WWE official Adam Pearce comes out. He tries to talk some sense into Bobby Lashley and tries to calm him down. Bobby Lashley's having none of it though, and he shoves Adam Pearce into the barricade. This makes Adam Pearce lose his temper, and the WWE official told the Almighty that he was fired. Wow. Okay, and the show ends with Bobby Lashley looking shocked and angry at the bottom of the ramp. So, Wow. So wasn't expecting all of that. So this was quite a surprise. Bobby Lashley really, really good at the moment, doing some of his best work at the moment. I like the heel Bobby Lashley better than the face Bobby Lashley. I'm sure I've said that before. So with this storyline firing, what's gonna happen on here? Is this going to be a case of Bobby Lashley taking some time off to have a bit of a break? He's worked very hard throughout the year, so is he going to be taking some time off to sort of sort himself out? Is this going to be a possible character change? Are we going to see Bobby Lashley come back more angry, more aggressive, more heel-like than before? Could we maybe see him reunite with MVP? There's a possibility. So that was always really good when they had the two of them together. Could we possibly see Bobby Lashley transforming into the walking Armageddon style Bobby Lashley that we had when he was spent his time in Impact Wrestling? I really hope so. I really, really liked that. All really, really good stuff on there for him. I think he really needs that as well. I think when Bobby Lashley comes out as a heel, he's so much stronger, so much dominant, so much more behind him. And I really would like to see that for Bobby. But let's see what happens. So yeah, so a very interesting episode of Raw this week. We've seen some potential character changes through the Raw roster with Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and possibly even Bobby Lashley as well. We now have number one contenders for the two titles on Raw. We have Alexa Bliss and we have Seth Rollins. Judgment Day continued their dominance on Raw this week as well. So all in all, a really, really good episode of Raw. Chairman liked it, thought it was a solid one. Do let us know what you think in the comments down below though. Did you like Raw this week? What were your highlights? Where do you see all this going? Who would you like to see come out on top in 2023? Do let us know in the comments below. So that's my Raw reaction for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said before, please do check out all our videos. We've got so much content on there at the moment. But yeah, that's it for this week. Meeting over. Chairman out. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.